Hello, more in Bazaar. Today is patch day and also the release of Karnak, new hero. He's like a hunter werewolf sort of deal. He's also like the first six we knew were coming, but this is the first like fully new hero. Not that there's a whole lot of information in this video, of course, it's not a whole lot to say about the patch notes about Karnak other than the fact that he's out. Still, there's a lot going on. I feel like last patch was pretty like whatever. I mean, the crash site was cool, right? But it was mainly just small number changes. This patch, there's a lot of like big sweeping changes. Like Vanessa lost some start of fight stuff. Pig had a lot of items just fully reworked. Very interesting stuff. As usual, this video there's not a whole lot going on visually. The patch notes are on screen if you want to read along, but that's about it. So maybe just check this on in the background. And let's get into it. So prize pass has been updated. There is a card back, and then I think this is a Karnak skin. They showed one where it had like a lot of feathers and stuff, so maybe that's the skin. I would assume so. We'll see. Chest graphics have been updated to a generic instead of stealth themed. Yeah, they've been using the stealth themed one since she came out, and they kind of dropped the like seasonal approach, I guess. I mean, they still kind of do seasons, but they just don't call them it anymore. Anyway, let's see. There's 2 new carpets and then some item skins. Cool. And then Karnak cosmetics are available in the store. Cool. Leaderboard rewards. If you were in top 100, you got Crash Site Champion, Paragon, Elite. Looks like that's the, I guess, format they're going with. Sadly, I was too busy with other cool games to get to top 100 this time, but I think I was at least in top 1000, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Quality of life changes. Enchantments have been separated from item titles in tooltips. That's kind of nice. If it looks well. Anyway. I wonder if it's just going to be like its own separate tab. I will miss the sort of like Sonic the Hedgehog ass naming scheme of like Obsidian the Boulder or Shiny the Core. Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. Window mode can now resize, cool. Video looks anybody skipped. Italian localization, that's cool. Trap and sigil tags have been temporarily disabled. So they showed a few Karnak items, right? And we saw the trap and sigil tags, but I guess they're just not being added yet. I wonder why. Weird, but okay. At least now we know why that's not there. While not playing as Jules, you can get a heated or chilled slots during level up if you have an item that requires heated or chilled. This is really nice. I love this. Because like Jules Cafe existed, but it was really like, I feel like every time I had an item I wanted to heat or chilled and I wasn't playing Jules, I would never see it. It was always really sad. I like that. Feels a lot cleaner. Which during all level, I mean, some of these you obviously wouldn't click, right? The upgrade level ups, but like loot, you could probably swap it out. Let's see. While not playing as Karnak, you can get Karnak's basic rage skill during level up if you have an item that requires rage to function. I do wonder, because Karnak's rage skill is a diamond skill, I wonder if this means it's going to be like bronze or something and like shittier. I don't think so, but we'll see. Slightly increased max HP during the first 8 levels plus 50 each. Oh, okay. I think this was fine. Do feel like, I don't know, the game should be a little bit slower than it currently is. This will obviously make stuff a little bit more defensive, but I honestly don't think it will actually, because just to skip forward a little bit, eating contest, the gold chocolate bar event now starts at gold tier, so you're going to see this a lot less. So everyone's going to have like 50 more HP per day, but no one's going to have like 150 more HP, or, less people. You can still see it. I don't know if I like this change, honestly, but I'll talk about that later. And then adjusted the way doubling and percentage based trigger effects, they no longer double dip. Yeah, so like Obsidian Atlas Stone would more than double its damage per use. Rather than double, it'd take the buffed value and calculate the double buff. When applied, the buff would also be buffed by Obsidian's doubling effect, if you got all that. Basically, Obsidian Atlas Stone was not just doubling, it was doing like, I think like quadrupling or something. Similarly, Dishwasher Fruit Press will no longer cause Fruit Press's damage to scale much higher. Yeah, so I wonder if they changed Fruit Press at all, because I don't think Fruit Press, I don't know, I think it's still good, probably. Dishwasher Fruit Press was like a menace late game, but without Dishwasher Fruit Press felt a little weak, and I don't know, it'll probably be fine with only double damage, right? We'll see. Persistent percentage max HP gains now function additively. 2 silver belts, 50% max health, would previously give 125% more health, and now gives 100% more health. Cool. And then reduce burn decay rate to 3%. Big right. Okay. So previously it was 5, now it's 3. Interesting. I think the like calculating it is a bit more awkward now, but I guess that's kind of nice. I feel like the main thing the burn like nerf did is that it kind of just made like mid game burn a little bit worse. Late game didn't care, early game didn't care. I don't know. Feels like a hard issue to fix, but I'm glad they're still trying stuff. All right, new encounters. Anaconda. Day 9 monster with a new skill. When you use a weapon, give your leftmost weapon 5-10 damage for the fight. That's kind of cool. Just run like wild. Ooh, this was like pistol sword. Sounds kind of cool. Yeah. Leftmost pistol sword. And then Outland Sphere, day 10. Leftmost weapon has plus damage equal to its crit chance. Rightmost weapon has plus damage equal to your rage. So the new Karnak mechanic is you can gain rage by using items, and then you can go up to 100 rage, and then you enter in rage, and you stay in rage for 5 seconds, and you can't gain any rage during that. This is realistically going to be like, 100 damage, and then in the next 10 seconds, 200 damage, etc. Doesn't sound too bad. This leftmost one sounds really interesting, though. It's like a free swashbuckle. Hell yeah. Wildman, day 7 monster. New skill, Frontier Living. Start of each item, get a rage item. Sorry, start of each day, get a rage item. I can read, I swear. Unibo? Day 7 monster, Lone Charge. When you enrage, deal damage equal to 50%, 100% of your shield. Of the shield of your highest shield item. Oh. Wait, that's kind of nuts. Huh. I don't know. I've been staying mostly spoiler free on Karnak, so I don't know if he has like any insane shield items. I think I saw like 1, honestly. Or no, I also revealed 1. So I guess like 2. I don't remember the one I saw did. But like you get this on like Pig maybe? Or like who's really good with this? Who has just like a giant shield item? I don't know. I'm sure you can do some nonsense with it. So you can also like shield enchant. You could do like shielded enchanted space laser maybe. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. The rage gain skill, by the way, is small item gains 4 rage, medium item is 8 rage, and then large item is 12. So, I don't know, shielded space laser. You probably get it going pretty quick just by using like low roller or something. That sounds really cool. I want to try out that sometime. Wild Boar, day 4 monster, Feeding Frenzy. When you use a food, gain 15 rage. When you enrage, haste your food. That was cool. Nice little synergy for Jules. Day 8 monster, Wolverine. Ferocious Bite. Your slowest weapon has plus damage equal to its crit chance. That's pretty cool. I like that skill. That's fun. And then day 4 monster, Worrywart. Slippery Fella. Your slowed items have their cooldowns reduced by 5, 10, 15%. That's a neat skill. I really like all these new monster skills. These seem really fun to play around. Oh, and you can totally stack these too. If you got like Wolverine, yeah, Beast Unleashed. I think that was it, right? And then like a swashbuckle, you could have like plus damage equal to 3 times your crit chance. That's pretty fun. Encounter changes. Expeditions now consume ticket upon entering. I believe you could just sell your ticket before entering the expedition anyway. Not that you would do that before, but I wonder if that's the play now, if that tech is like a thing. I think I'll probably be too scared to try it myself until someone else confirms that either works or does not. Eating contest starts at gold. I don't know. Eating gold chocolates was kind of just a tax you paid to win early. 150 HP on day like 3 and 4 is really, really good. But it kind of just like rewarded people who are already high rolling, because if you have a good board, you have money to spend on chocolates. If you have a really bad board, buying chocolates is bad and a waste of money because you need an actual board. So I don't know. It kind of felt like a win more mechanic, and I don't really like eating contests. So I don't know. I like that it's moved to gold, so it means less, but also now it still shows up. I feel like they should just do something else with it, but I'm not sure what. I think it's a fine change. At least it's not like super consistent, because you could like pretty much always hit this on day 3 and 4. Anyway, Jules Cafe no longer offers heated and chilled slot options, as those are now part of level up. Okay, fair enough, I guess. And then Tinker can now spawn for Vanessa. That's the sells friend item guy. So like easier to set up stuff like Tortuga, I guess. Kind of cool. You could also probably easier to hit like pufferfish, shark ray stuff. That sounds all right. All right, on to Dooley. Atomic clock gains tool type. Whoa. I mean, it's got to do something. Let's see. You could do. First thing that comes to mind is you play like metronome, and then whatever the fucking skill is. That's like when you haste hurt a tool, you could just rock it out like 4 uses of atomic clock within a second. That sounds kind of nuts. And then there's obviously, you know, retooled, right, to give it multicast. That also sounds really silly. I don't know. The only other thing I can really think of it is like forklift, maybe, and like flashing mechanic is cool. This is the skill I was talking about, working hard. He's got sabotage. Sorry, it's like cut off from the screen. That's kind of okay. Yeah, sounds cool for retooled and working hard at the very least. First aid and nerfed, I guess. Yeah, I guess so now it was 20, 40, 60, 80 heal. Now it's 10, 20, 40, 80. Sure, I guess. Really. I don't know why it was nerfed. I didn't really feel anything for first aid. I don't know. He's a fast haste proc. I don't know. I guess the heal value was pretty high if you see an early silver. Sure. Flintstones redesigned. Ooh. Starts at bronze tier. Cooldown to 6. Burn to 4, 6, 8, 10. When you use another relic or tool, charges 1 second. So I guess now it's just kind of like a looping piece for Primal Core, right? Because you use a lot of relics and tools in that, obviously. Yeah, I guess that's the idea behind it. You could maybe play this in... I don't know. Hold on. Cooldown is 6. I don't know. Is it good with Ignition Core? Maybe. You play like what? Microdave with it? It sounds kind of okay. I don't know about that one. Like Microdave and then a bunch of tools, right? Maybe it's okay. Forklift has 125, 250 damage for each unique type on your other items. What? Oh, I get what the change is. Okay, I was like, why the fuck did they nerf forklift? It was a 150, 300. But I guess it's not like specific to the tags now. Okay, that's really interesting then. Cool. Okay. So, like this already was a lot of tags, right? Maybe you play this with press, because forklift is not a slow item. If you know, just pair it with like an SMG and some like, I don't know, what else would you play with it? A micromac, right? Every 2 seconds charges 4. That sounds very interesting. Hold on, how many tags are there? There are 19 tags and potentially 2 more for later, right? Once they actually add the trap and sigil tags. So that's like 4,750. Yeah. Interesting. Sorry, I scrolled way too far down. Interesting. Yeah, so like 4,000-ish damage, and then every 2 seconds it's charging for 2, and then 2 other items are charged. So it's charging 6 seconds every 2 seconds, if that makes sense. So every 4 seconds you're dealing like 4,000. Is forklift awesome? It might be. That sounds kind of sick. The previous version only got to a max of 2,700, so that's quite a big buff, honestly. That's kind of cool. Alright, I'm excited to play forklift again. That sounds sick. Hydraulic press. I was a little worried that this was going to be reworked when I saw it, but no, it looks the same. End of each fight, destroy the item below this and gain 2, 4, 6 gold, and also gains item types. So it's just a bit of econ, because this was a very expensive item to pivot around. This sounds really cool. Alright, kinetic cannon. Carton issue where it would not charge itself if it gained the core tag. Oh, wacky. Propeller hat, redesigned. It is now evil. It has a weapon type and it deals 10, 20, 30 damage on a 4 second. When you use a core, an item starts flying. Okay. And then when you use a flying item, haste an item for 1, 2, 3 seconds. Really good rework. I like this a lot. Interesting. I think this is going to be a fucking great item for launch core. Or, sorry. Is that what it's called? Yeah, launch core. Builds, right? Because it was already pretty good with like Red Firefly, right? And you just charge off that. It was a pretty good loop. But now this actual item goes, which helps out a lot, right? And then also like when you use a core, an item starts flying. So it's even faster to get your whole board flying. All right, really cool dually changes. I like forklift a lot. A atomic clock sounds cool for retooled nonsense, and the propeller hat sounds neat. No nerfs to Dooley. I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I feel like, I don't know. I didn't play a ton of Bazaar this season, to be fair. I'm kind of busy with Mugenics. But I feel like Dooley was pretty strong. Who knows? I don't know. I played a lot of Dooley at the start of the season, and he felt very, very strong. Anyway, Jules. Apron to 40 shield, base, whatever. I don't know. I don't really like apron. I don't think this changes a whole lot. Stew heated is now burned 4 instead of 3, but Jules got a bunch of like extremely minor changes. I don't know. The stew buff is okay, right? It's an extra like 5 burn every 8 seconds or whatever it is. All right. Banu leaves shield to 20, 30, 40, 50 instead of 10, 20, 30, 40. Sure. Basket quest is now 8 food required instead of 12, and then 15, 30 instead of 24 and 48. So it's 18 less food, which is quite a big deal. The reason for this change, and you'll see it with Dog on Pig later, is probably because of the chocolate change. Chocolates are a lot rarer now, so it's a bit harder to do this quest. I mean, it's basket on Jules though, so it's not that hard to just buy sell a bunch of food. Maybe we'll see some more basket. I was not a huge fan of this item just because it takes so long, but it sounds okay now. Corkscrew starts at gold tier, cooldown to 4-3. Really? Huh. I guess Corkscrew was overperforming or something. Or maybe they just didn't like it at silver. That's fair. But cooldown is 4-3 instead of 5-4-3. So yeah, the only change is gold. Duh. The canter now starts at silver. So yeah, maybe some of these changes were just like, this item is useless at low tiers, so just move it up. The canter is now silver. Charge a food item 2, 3, 4 seconds was 1, 2, 3, 4. So cool. Dragon steak cooldown to 7-5 was 8-6, and then base burn to 10. That's cool. I've heard about some cool dragon steak builds with the new like Santoku caviar setup you can do. That's fun. I feel like every time I've tried to play it previously, it's been not very good, but I think that wasn't when caviar affected all items, and Santoku, I guess Santoku always affected food. Anyway, you get what I mean. Fruit press. Yeah, I expected a buff to fruit press, honestly. Damage from food use to 10, 15, 20 was 5, 10, 15. I mean, to be fair, I think you really needed base damage on fruit press anyway. This food use thing was kind of minor, but it's a lot more playable early now, right? It just basically starts at gold. And then you can get your damage through that and haste it with like coffee, charge it with black pepper. It's probably doing all right early. Yeah, never mind. I'm probably going to be playing this early quite a bit. I do wonder if it's going to fall off late game without the like insane doubling it was doing from dishwasher, but maybe it'll be fine. Giant sub. I think this is the strangest change in this entire patch. I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it. But they took this, I don't know. I guess it's not entirely a nerf. Okay, so let's just go over the item. 8-6 seconds instead of 6 seconds, but now when you use a tool, it's charged 2 seconds instead of charge 1-2 seconds. So it's slower at gold, but now it charges 2. And then the part I'm really confused on is they changed the heated effect to burn equal to this item's regen instead of burn equal to your highest burn food. There was a little bit of sauce with Giant Sub because you could play Dragon Melon for your shield, and then you played Gingerbread House with it. And what would happen there is you would take the giant shield number from Dragon Melon on your very fast Giant Sub, you would shield for that amount, and then your burn amount would be equal to, yeah, 10%. That was a really cool combo, and I guess it just doesn't work anymore. I don't know. I don't know what the point of this is. I guess you're playing... Yeah, what do you do with this? I don't get it. It's rice? I think rice is not very good late game. Maybe this can make it playable late game. Maybe. I feel like Giant Sub is also too big for a good rice board, though. You could play Farmer's Market, some small regen item, right? I don't know, like a skewer because of the tool. And then Giant Sub is going to very quickly do 1% of your HP in burn. That doesn't sound very good. I don't know, man. I don't get this change. We finally found a cool board for this item, and then it just doesn't work anymore. I really don't... I don't get what it's supposed to be for now. It's very strange to me. But whatever. I don't know. Like, what other big regen items are there? There's like the only ones I can think of is like what, beach umbrella, but that's not a food, so it doesn't work. I don't know. Yeah, like none of these items stack regen all out well. I don't know. I know you play it with like, I want to say something about Veggie Garden, but no, that doesn't work. It's way too big. Yeah, I guess it's just farmer's market and you're burning for 1% of your max health fairly quickly. That sounds ass. I don't get it. I don't know, I guess like cake batter to scale regen, you play like bread maybe. Yeah, this is the only like big regen number, but it's not a food, so who cares? Because this only cares about food. Very strange change. I don't get it. It's the first stinker in this patch note so far. I think everything else has been totally fine and reasonable. I don't get it. Why? And they didn't even change it to make it work with like non-foods again, right? Because they changed it to foods to prevent the fire clothing, and this prevents the fire clothing, right? But it's still just only food. At least that's what it says it is, right? They didn't talk about changing that part. I don't know. We'll just move on. I don't get it. Emu burned to 468 was 246, and then heated follows the same thing. That's nice. I think slow burn Jules was a little sad early. I think slow Jules, I don't know. Does it even count? I think slow Jules is basically just lollipop, but that part, I think that's just lollipop, right? But I really did not like playing Emu and then like, what was it called? Stovetop? No. Hotbox. Yeah, that's it. Felt like it takes a million years to actually get going, and then it's not even like that crazy because the Emu enchants suck. So it's hard to get away with late game. Anyway. But I guess it's a little bit better now. Maybe you can play it early if you see it. Meat Tenderizer starts at gold. Cooldown to 4-3 was 5. Okay. And the damage is now 10-20. Reduce the cooldown of adjacent food by 10% instead of 5, 10, 15. So at diamond, what, 3 seconds, 10% CDR? That's not bad. That sounds very good. Seems just like a straight up buff. Mousetrap gains the trap type, but they said that the trap tag is not being added yet, so we won't see that for a bit. Cool though. You know, you can play it with like Laurel's Fortress, maybe. It's kind of cool. Weapon, tool, and trap. Saffron now starts at gold tier. Fair, but it's harder to find now, so a lot of our shield builds I think are gonna suffer. It is what it is. Alright, Spice Rack. Crit chance scaling to 5, 10, 15. When you crit with an adjacent item, your burn items gain 10. Holy shit. Oni mask. But different. Whoa. Fucking Oni mask on crack, man. What is this? Huh. I guess you have to crit with an adjacent item. Okay, that's fair. So what, you're playing like Spice Rack, probably Burrito, and then like Stew. I don't know, I guess it doesn't even have to be a burn item, but Burrito's really good because it always crits, right? You could play like Stew with it, you could play Noodles on the other side, stuff like that. That sounds really, really good. Okay. Trail Mix is now 10 food, was 15, and then 20 food. Okay, good change. Again, another item that felt like it took forever to quest. And then Zarlik burned at 2? What? I assume that they mean that this now burns people, right? Because, I don't know, maybe they made the enchant? I would assume not. Huh. That's also an item you could potentially play with Spice Rack, right? Because it's 6 seconds when a food's crit chance increases charge this. It goes pretty quick. Oh, and then like huge buff to the haste too. Haste 1, 2, 3 food for 2 seconds of 1, 2, 3 items, or what? Okay, so it's just double the haste duration. Yeah, you get like a static cell and you play Spice Rack. That sounds really, really silly. Cool. All right, on the Mac. Athenor is now silver. This is the, yeah. When you use a potion, burn 8, 16, 24 was 15, 25. So slightly nerfed at diamond, I guess, for some reason. I guess because they just want the cleaner scaling path. Starter Viche, upgrade a lower tier potion, get a Catalyst. Cool. Maybe we'll see a bit more. I I have not seen this item on a board in forever. So kind of excited to see it return. Black Rose regen to 2 was 1. That's just the base regen, so I don't know. Who cares? Seller now starts at bronze tier, regen to 1, 2, 3, 4. No longer upgrades potions, but this is a catalyst generator. So now you have Seller, Mortar and Pestle, and Retort. Is that what it's called? No, I'm thinking of Voludal. But yeah, now you've got 3 mediums that make catalyst, and I love seeing those early. That's really cool. I think I like it. Floor Spike gains the trap type, and then the cooldown is now 9, 8, 7, 6 was 7. Damage is just flat 20. Poison is a flat 2 instead of being 10, 20, 30, 40 damage, and 1, 2, 3, 4 poison. I kind of forgot that this thing was moved to bronze. I saw a couple of people being like, oh man, they killed Floor Spike. Are people fucking with this item? I guess, right? I guess it's not too bad. I feel like Weapon Mech just wasn't a thing you played early, but I guess it's like alright with Carpet, right? Because you have a bunch of weapons on board anyway. Or like, in my mind, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is this a Poppy Field item? But I guess you could also play in the Carpet setup, right? It'd probably be okay. Sure. Anyway, Potion can now transform into a potion from any hero. I believe Karnak has a couple potions. I know they showed one that's like your poison and burn items gain plus poison and burn equal to this item's poison. That's really interesting. Hitting that on Mac with like Boiling Flask sounds really, really silly. Recycling Bin can transform potions into potions from any hero. Cool. Show Globe starts at bronze tier. Burn to 6, regen to... Sorry, the wording was tripping me up. Okay, so the burn and regen are just now flat 6, was 4. When you use the potions, it gains 3, 6, 9, 12 burn and regen for the fight instead of 4, 8, 12. So playable at bronze, which is kind of cool. Maybe we'll actually see Show Globe on a board. It doesn't sound hair. I don't know. I think the issue you're gonna find with this early is that you can't really reload. Maybe it just does enough on its own, right? You could get like, I don't know, you get 8 scaling out of it. That's 48 regen and burn on like a, what was this item cooldown? Yeah, on a 7-second. Sounds okay. Tomo Yahan, correction issue where shiny was not working properly. Okay. I think that was supposed to be giving out the shiny reagent, right? Alright, now on to Pig. No longer starts with an additional 50 max HP. They shrunk him, man. They made him look small. It's over. He's no longer huge. I think it doesn't matter that much. They've been making Pygmalien's early game better and better like every patch, so I think it's fine. He'll still kill you in 8 seconds with Crook. I wonder if Crook got changed. Really? Oh, now passive only. Okay, but the buff got bigger. Interesting. It looks like it's only bigger early. Sorry, let's not skip ahead too much. Beehive now gives a bee when you buy it, and at the start of each day now charges all drones. So that's cool for like Beast of Burden and cargo shorts, right? Yeah, that's really interesting for Beast of Burden. I like that a lot. And then buffs all small drones. Okay. So like, what is it? It was charge 2, right? Yeah, when you enemy use a weapon, charge your busy bee 2 seconds. I don't know, you might run into an issue where like Beast of Burden has so much multicast that at like a certain point he's going too fast, but no, it should be fine, right? I don't know, like, oh no, you cap out at internal cooldown, it's still 120 damage every 0.2, right? I think internal cooldown is 0.2. I can never remember if it's 0.25 or 0.2. Anyway, sounds alright. And then of course you could scale Beast of Burden in some way. I mean, you just hit the like skill, it's like user property, gain damage, and you're there, right? It also sounds cool for like cargo shorts, like a 28-hour fitness sort of setup. Yeah, Beehive. I guess maybe then you'd have to worry about cargo shorts having enough tags. Beehive is only property, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, just property. So maybe that's an issue. You could also just play shorts and Beast of Burden. Maybe make something with that. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that's the board. Beehive, Beast of Burden, cargo shorts, 20-hour fitness. That could be something. Alright, I like the Beehive change. It sounds cool. And it's like actually playable without just, you know, getting Beehive on like day 6 and then immediately rolling another one. It's that simple. I still think this design is a little weird, but at least it's a little more tolerable. And then it also buffs all small drones now. So if you get like, I don't know, what do you even want with that? Small drone. I guess like ankle grinder drone, maybe. Lightning butterfly, rocket drone if you can actually find ammo for it. I don't know. It's like a cool little change. Maybe it does something cool with like Karnak. I don't know. Does Karnak have drones? I wouldn't assume so. Booby trap reworked, has the trap type. Tag still disabled, but eventually, right? First time an enemy uses an item each fight, freeze it and 2, 3, 4 other items for 2 seconds. Huh. Yeah, Uzi, just Dooley 2 seconds of the fight with Uzi, freeze Uzi, and then that's 5 freezes. It's kind of nuts. I guess booby trap is no longer an active item though. That's a little sad. I don't know, man. That seems really worth it on just like a HP pig or something to give you more time to swing. Sounds cool. Business card starts at bronze tier, value gain to 1, 2, 3, 4 was 1, 2, 3. Cool. A bit of early game econ. Caltrop skin, trap type, cool. Cash cannon redesigned. Yeah, there's a lot of these. Deals damage equal to twice the amount of gold you have gained this run. So you don't need it to be in your bag for it to scale now, which is kind of scary. I think they nerfed some of the, a lot of the out of combat scaling has been nerfed a little bit, so you won't be able to get as much money on Pig, but like he's still like the econ character. I don't know. It sounds scary. And like, how do I put it? I wonder if we're just gonna see like a lot of very rich pigs trying to force cash cannon. I don't know. Maybe the redesign also changed the cooldown without saying anything. It doesn't say, so we're still looking at like what, 6-second cash cannon? Yeah, 6 seconds at diamond. Sounds scary. We'll see what the other stuff changed. I know that a lot of the value stuff got reworked though, so we'll see. Cold room now is 8 seconds, freeze duration to 1 second to 0.5. Okay. So the freeze is a little slower, but it does more. Sure. Honestly, yeah, probably better. Because if you can loop this with like cargo shorts or something, right, you can probably achieve permafreeze. Yeah, that sounds kind of scary actually. 8 seconds, we use an adjacent tool, charge this 1 and then freeze for 3. Huh. Anyway, I already kind of talked about Crook. Passive only buff is now 5, 10, 15, 20 instead of 4, 8, 16, 24. So slightly worse at gold and then 4 worse at diamond. And then, you know, being a passive, I wonder... Huh. I wonder what the enchants are going to be for Crook now. Right? I mean, it's gotta be just like... Maybe it's giving like plus burn for each medium now. That'd be kind of cool. But I bet its enchants got reworked too. They had to have, right? I can't... Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be some insane shit. Like, I wonder if they're gonna accidentally make an infinite by making like, I don't know, and I don't know, why would Crook be adjacency? I wonder if it's gonna be like restorative is like when you use a weapon heal, or we use a medium item heal, because that would textile would go crazy. I don't know. I'm very interested to see what these enchants are, but all I can do is speculate. Crystal bonsai cooldown to 3 seconds was 4. Heals for 1, 2, 3 times was 2, 3, 4 times. Probably a nerf, or sorry, not a nerf, a buff, I guess, because you can proc overheal haste a bit faster, and also it's good for textile stuff. Cool change. Dog, yeah, now it's only 15. Food or toys required was 20, and then 30 was 40, and then 45 was 60. So 15 less, which is quite a bit, but also, you know, chocolates are a bit rarer now. All right, and then big change here. Fort is now diamond tier. So that affects a lot of his items. And I wonder if it's being moved to diamond and it's just the gold version, or if it's just starting at diamond now and it's still like 2 seconds increased, right? It's very interesting because that affects a lot. You know, Lion Cane. I saw like a couple Mammy builds using Fort. Luxury Kiosk, however the fuck you say that item, cared a lot about Fort. Cash Cannon even cared about Fort. Let's see, yeah. Diamond Cash Cannon. Plus 2 seconds. Yeah, that would put it at fort. Okay, so big change. It was one of his best items though, so I totally get it. Interesting though. Yeah, a lot of the like one-shot builds I guess are gonna get quite a bit weaker. Wacky. Hogwash starts at silver tier, cooldown to 654, was 65, heals for 10-15% of max health. I don't know why they don't include the previous number. It was 10% before. So double at diamond and also faster at diamond. So you could totally like enchant this thing and probably do something good with it, right? Maybe. I don't know. Like fiery sounds a little sad. What's 10% of 20? So you're doing like about 2% of your HP and burn every 4 seconds. Like shield for 20% of your max health. That sounds pretty good. And then the max health gain got nerfed a little bit. It does start at silver though, so it's 30, 90, 150. Oh, you know what? It's not even that nerfed. It is 10 less at gold. Oh no. The misery. Pygmalien dagger now starts at silver tier. Deal damage equal to 1, 2, 3 times its item's value. When you sell an item, this gains 1 value. So at diamond, it was gaining 2 value, but it was only 2 times this item's value. I wonder if this will be cool to play around. And then of course it's just like good econ, right? Landscraper, this gains 10, 15, 20 value for the fight, replaces out of combat scaling. So it sounds like it still has the same effect of like adding its value to shield items, but you can't sell stuff to scale it anymore. I guess you could still do like pitchfork truffles into it. I wonder if Landscraper is kind of bad now. It was a 5-second item before. Yeah, so you don't, I don't know, 5 seconds gain 20 shield. That sounds ass. But I guess you're playing it with like abacus and truffle stuff is probably the idea. Sure. Monocle redesign. We finally have a monocle meta, maybe. Cooldown to 654, shields equal to the amount of gold you have gained this run. So it's like a tiny, shitty shield cash cannon. I wonder if it's going to be okay though. I don't know. 4 seconds. I don't know. It's hard to like really gauge how much money you make a run. I guess not anymore because these will just keep track of it for you. That's kind of fun. If you have monocle or cash cannon, you can see exactly how much money you've made. That's fun. Anyway, but like, I don't know, if you're making like 1,000 gold on Pig, which, you know, in some setups is not hard to do. 4 seconds shield 1,000 is not bad. Wonder if that's something with like spiky shield then. This sounds absolutely useless at silver though. Why is it even at silver? Anyway, ointment redesign cooldown to 654 and then the same amount. Cool. Sounds significantly less useful than monocle, but sure. Although wait, they removed the cleanse part. It doesn't look like it removes half of your burn and poison anymore. That's a little sad. I guess ointment's kind of ass now because like, yeah, you don't really care about heals at a certain point. Like it's just overkill. I don't know, maybe you play this with like luxury tents and this is your way of staying alive while you do whatever bullshit you're doing. Maybe. All right, and then pawn shop starts at bronze tier. Plus max health equal to 10, 15, 20, 25 times. So plus 5 at all values. And also, you know, bronze starting. When you sell an item, this gains 1 value instead of 1, 2, 3. So a lot less value scaling at diamond. But being available at bronze might make it better. I don't know. I was not the biggest pawn shop fan, I'm not gonna lie. I think if you got like an early like silver, right? You see silver and then you immediately upgrade into gold, it's kind of cool. Now it's a little worse, I guess. I don't know. Also like high rolling a diamond one on day 6s. I don't know. Have I ever done that before? It sounds kind of cool. Overall a good change though. It's basically just been Cove, but for Pig now. I mean, it always was, but it started at silver, right? I guess Pig has a lot more like early buy sell now with pawn shop and Pygmalien dagger. It's kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. Maybe the values will just be too low. Pinata now gives a chocolate bar, gumball, and a small toy. It's pretty cool if you want to like fish for dupes. And then I don't know. Do you really ever care about a gumball? Not really. I don't know. Maybe you get the crit one, right? That's kind of fun. More like 1% crit on Pig items to fuck over people with. You know that 2% crit Jabalian Dagger, or not Jabalian Dagger, Regal Blade. It's hitting that shit. This is also cool because I did see this one already. Yo-Yo is now at silver, charge to 2, 3, 4. So if you get a silver pinata, you could potentially fish for a Yo-Yo dupe, which is, really, really silly. And then Pig's Gym redesign, cooldown to 8. That is the previous cooldown was 10, 9, 8. And then its active is now your weapons gain 3, 6, 9 damage for each weapon you have bought this run. Which, let's see, slightly better scaling. It was 2, 4, 6. And then also this scales without having it in your inventory. I think I like the changes they're making to, I don't know, like I like pivoting in the Bazaar, and I think that's why I've never been the biggest fan of Pig, because so many of his items, like it feels like his game plan for a very long time has just kind of been like, see an item on day 3, gym, you see pawn shop, lemonade, land scraper, etc. And then you're just playing around that for like the entire game. That's being a little dramatic, of course, but like now you can kind of pivot around it. I don't know. When are you buying a ton of weapons outside of just having this item, though? I don't know if this changes that much. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then also importantly, I don't know, I guess if you're playing like early Crook, right, you can see a gym later and then you've bought a couple weapons and it's all right for that. And maybe you could just like fully gamble on it and just start buying a bunch of weapons and just hope you see gym. That feels a little suspect. It's also better for upgrades though, right? Because this was previously, oh yeah, this is a lot better for upgrades too. Because it was, you're gaining 2, 4, 6 value, right? But when you upgrade it, it's not like that value, what am I trying to say? It doesn't like refund you on the value and suddenly like all those ones you bought for 2 are suddenly worth 4. That's interesting too. It is no longer a value scaling item though, so like balcony doesn't work as well if you get like the diamond skill the property baron has. That doesn't work anymore. And then also it's not value scaling, so you can't just buy this and then like use it to scale HP for a bit. It's an interesting change. It seems better just for like raw damage, but the money making and HP got a lot worse. Interesting. Anyway, Regal Blade. Damage to 50, 100, 150, 200 was just base 50. Quest 1 now gives 150 damage and requires 8 weapons, was 250 and required 10. So if you quest this on day 1, it's now dealing 200. So a little bit worse early. And then the max HP quest, deal plus damage equal to, what was it, 10% of your max health, is now 7 apparel instead of 8. Safe now has a rare chance to drop a bag of gold or a bag of jewels. Let's go gambling. Hell yeah. You could make money off safe now. If, without money tree, of course. Just be lucky. Oh. Shipment now only spawns items not from Pig. I like this change. That's really fun. That's sick. Snow Globe. Cooldown to 7, 6, 5 was 7. Freeze to 1. This is a little interesting. The freeze obviously, like, just looking at this, it seems like a nerf. But Snow Globe is a toy, so you can maybe loop this with like some yo-yo stuff, maybe, or like cargo shorts, like pickles board is basically what I'm trying to say. You can do some pickle board stuff with this now, and it's still like a freeze 3 for as fast as you can charge it. So like some, what am I thinking? Yeah, just like any property, right? I don't know, igloo, for example. Sure. Snow globe, yo-yo, pickles board. Yeah, that sounds all right. All right, well, that sounds really cool. Snowmobile got buffed. Cooldown 2-6 was 8-7-6. Good change. I've seen so many, like, not so many. I've seen a couple cool snowmobile setups and I've really wanted to do it for myself. T-set no longer burns, and the burn buff was increased to 2-4-6 instead of 1-3-5. It's an alright change. I do feel like the burn 1 increase was a little sad. You really had to find an upgrade early. All right, and then Vineyard redesigned, cooldown to 5 seconds, multicast at 2, heal for 5, 10, 15% of your max health. Wonder if you ever pair this. No, I don't know. Maybe you pair it with Hogwash, because it's you know, effectively a 2.5 if you squint really hard. And then when you heal slow an item. Weird. Slow on Pig. I mean, I know he has marbles and pepper spray, right? Like this is the third item that he has that does slow. I don't know about this redesign. I don't know. You just play it with I don't get it. What's the point? Like both Hogwash and this now just kind of seem like if you get an enchant, maybe it's cool. I don't really see playing this just like on its own. I guess it heals for quite a bit, right? It is 5 seconds, heal 30% of your max health. Maybe you just use it to stay alive. That's not bad. All right, and then Uterian Club, damage nerf to 750, 1,500 was 1,000, and then 200, I'm pretty sure. So 500 less at diamond, 250 less at gold. That kind of hurts. It was like disgusting if you found it early though, so I guess that's what they're trying to nerf about it. I think probably at diamond it won't matter as much because I feel like it was just swinging constantly if you had a good board for it anyway. That's probably fine. Yo-Yo starts at silver, charge to 2, 3, 4 was 3, 4. So you can play around with toys a bit earlier now, which is kind of fun. And then also Yo-Yo's a bit easier to find now if you look for it early. Might actually be harder to find. I swear I remember hearing some shit about like how gold items are like you're more likely to be shown a gold item on something like late game. You're more likely to be shown gold only items than like silver starting items, if that makes sense. I don't know. Stelle, hey, look at this airplane glue. It starts with bronze. I've been saying they should do this. And then I assume this is the scaling. They haven't labeled it. But I assume this is the plus damage and plus shield for stopping flight on an item is now 10, 20, 30, 40 was 20, 30, 40. So it just starts at bronze. Very cool change. Maybe we'll see some like more like clockwork disc boards early. It's kind of fun. Battle balloon shield to 25, 50, 75 was 20, 30, 40. So a little bit more shield. Boosted saucer now reduces in cooldown with upgrades, but starts at 14, so it's 14, 13, 12 was just a flat 12 seconds. Darts, cooldown to 2 seconds, 2-second item on Stelle. Cool. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really use fast items all that well, though, unless they're a tool or a vehicle. It's kind of cool if you hit some shit like, I don't know, fiber optics or whatever, right? This deals half damage. Every third hit deals triple damage. Is that still including the half? Because that's only 1.5, right? Kind of fun, though. Cool design. I like it a lot more than the current darts. I don't know. Is it really worth to scale this? I guess it's 2 seconds. Sounds like an okay item to maybe scale, like glue and gun sight, maybe. Anyway, firecrackers cooldown to 3 seconds. What? I'm sorry. Firecrackers. It already is 3 seconds. What? But the ammo is now 3, was 5. Damage to 20, 40, 60 was 20, 30, 40, and then 3x damage on destroy instead of 5x. So I think this is just a it's just a story proc item now. It's not actually dealing much damage. It is what it is. I think this is another change that makes me very sad. Bicycle has been redesigned. Your shield items have plus 5, 10, 15, 20 shield, which like it already did that. And then if they are flying, double this. So, although how does this work? The wording here confuses me. I read this the first time and I was like, okay, if the item is flying and bicycle is diamond, it's giving 40 shield. But it says double this, as in the bicycle buff. I don't think this is how it works, but maybe what they mean is like at diamond, right? You make an item. No, it's definitely the other way. I don't know. I think I'm just trying to cope because it definitely lost the leftmost item that isn't flying starts flying, and the fact that it's a 3-second vehicle. That's really sad. But like, what if it is, if you fly a shield item, this buff goes up to 40, and then if you fly another one, it goes up to 80. You know, maybe. No, that's definitely not how it works. I think Flysicle sounds dog shit now. I'm sorry. Like, you were only playing this because it was a really cool flying source, and that was it. I don't fuck with it. Hanger, I don't know. I guess I'm not really mourning Flysicle if Hanger also got nerfed. It was fun while it lasted, Hanger. This was the item that when you use a vehicle or drone, your highest cooldown item loses 5%, 10% cooldown. Hanger was like super busted. I'm honestly surprised I didn't see more of it. But now it is when you use a vehicle or drone, you're flying weapons and shield items gain 8, 16, 24 damage. So, I don't know. I think this sounds cool with Battle Drone, right? That sounds interesting. I guess that's about it though. I don't know. What else do you even play with this? I think that's it. I'm trying to think of something else. There's got to be something. I don't know. I guess like maybe you make some infinite with what's it called? Stellar Swallowtail. That's what I was thinking of, right? She can, maybe. I don't know. You could just play. I don't know. Maybe it's all right because it scales the shield and the damage, and that's kind of something you can't really. Maybe you could play with Runabout. Hold on, 7 seconds. You're taking up 6 space with just these 2 items, so you're down to 5. That could work. You're at 5 seconds, and then you just play 4 small items that fly themselves. Okay, so it's a cool item for Runabout, maybe. I could see that. Security drone? Maybe. Skyliner, another, like, maybe. Wing glider? I don't know about that one. I guess that's about it. I don't know. Maybe you could play, like, some weird battle balloon stuff. Yeah, maybe. Battle balloon with steam washer, you make an infinite, and then your out is just that it scales a lot. I guess maybe not so bad as it looked on first glance. I think battle drone's really good for it though. You know, shoot 5 times, scale a bunch every single shot, and you can charge it with like joystick and stuff. All right, maybe it'll be okay. Oh, and then also importantly with Hanger, this starts at silver now. Would you play it at silver? I guess with battle drone, right? That's about it. Yeah, I don't know because you can play Runabout. Maybe you can play the battle balloon. Anyway, Hang Glider, your flying weapons and this gain 35, 70 damage for the fight instead of just a flat. Your flying weapons gain this bonus. Okay, so it scales itself pretty quickly because Hang Glider was a 4-second item at Diamond. Every 4 seconds plus 70. Not bad. That sounds kind of cool for that. Maybe you could even just use it to buff now. 4 seconds gain 70 is kind of insane. Maybe you just play it for that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Sounds very interesting. Hydrogen tank. Cooldown to 6 was 5 and use adjacent vehicle charges 2 seconds. And then this was if you have a vehicle use this to start a fight. So I guess you play this with low roller maybe, and then play it with like pill buggy. Still sounds fine. I wonder if pill buggy got changed. Did he? No, pill buggy is fine. I should make that video eventually. Pill buggy guide. I want to, and then I just got really busy. And I feel like I haven't played the Bazaar a lot lately. So anyway, Ice Bomb starts at gold tier, was silver tier. Cooldown to 4 was 3. Freeze 1, 2 items for 1 second. This item was really gross. 3 seconds freeze 3 items was disgusting. So understandable. A little bit harder to set up the early destroy boards though, right? With like Saucer. I think Saucer might just stop seeing play early, to be honest, now that I think about it. 14 seconds, and then also this got harder. And like, what did it gain? Firecrackers? Firecrackers sucks for destroy, because when you repair firecrackers, they come back with 0 ammo and just don't use themselves. Kite got a redesign. Starts at bronze, it already did. Cooldown to 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5 small items start flying. When a small item starts or stops flying, charge it 1 second. Interesting. Well, it's a lot of flight pretty quickly. You maybe play it with like late game runabout, maybe. It no longer does the regen thing, which I think is fair. I don't know why it still has regen to begin with. I guess parachute is still here. Oh, you know what this is good for? Oh, holy shit, wait, this is really good for paper airplane and disc. Yeah, you play like kite, disc, airplane glue, gun sight. Every time disc goes, it's gaining damage. Every time it goes, it's charging itself 1 second. So you're effectively turning it to a 3-second item, which then with haste is 1.5. That sounds really good. Cool. And then you can probably make some like paper airplane infinites with this, right? Shiny paper airplane with sandbags would probably go infinite. And then you could use that to like supercharge a dagger. This is actually a really cool item. Okay. I don't know if I really fuck with it starting at bronze tier. The only thing I can really think of for bronze tier is the, I don't know, I guess it makes a lot of stuff start flying. So I guess that's okay. And then also like this stuff is cool. Yeah, I really want to play some early game disc boards. That sounds really fun. All right, launch tower now starts at silver tier, was gold tier. Cooldown to 6 seconds was 8-7. Okay. Charges your vehicles and drones 1, 2, 3 seconds. All right, fair enough. So no more making space laser a vehicle with thrusters and then just like 7 seconds into the fight you win. Unfortunate. It's cool for other stuff though, and you're actually going to see this again on... Did it lose its other trait? Because like... Hold on. Oh, oops, I forgot to clear the filters. Launch tower. Yeah, here it is. First time you use an item each fight, all your vehicles start flying. So this is back on for runabout also, potentially. Interesting. It's a good charge, and then the damage also went up at diamond. It is now 50, 100, 150 instead of 50, 100. Cool. Yeah, that sounds really good for runabout actually. All right, I fuck with it. Lava roller, we also saw this coming. Cooldown to 8-6. Okay, never mind, it's being buffed. 8-6. Wasn't it already 8-6? No, it was 8-10. Anyway, cooldown to 8-6 was 10-8. Burn to 50, 100. Okay, so far just buffs, but here we go. When you destroy an item, this gains 50, 100 burn for the fight, instead of when you destroy an adjacent item, this doubles items burn. Okay, so we're kind of back to release lava roller, but instead of doubling, it is just gaining burn. And then also release lava roller didn't have much destroy synergy at all. It's still cool though. I like this a lot. You play this with the, what's it called? Stinger drone? No. Whatever the drone is that destroyed itself in another item, and that's plus 200 burn. I think lava roller is going to be fine. I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to see this and call it dead. I don't know. 6 seconds, burn 200. That sounds totally fine. You can get a lot of destroy procs really quickly. Yeah, I think lava roller is going to be totally fine. Holy shit, man. Because you can play firebomb, ice bomb. That's 2 destroys. Flashbang, I think, goes before this. I think it's 6 second. What else just destroys itself? Let's see. Yeah, flashbang is a 6 second. Firecrackers won't... Hold on. Yeah, firecrackers take 9 seconds to destroy themselves, so that doesn't work. But, oh, secret probe. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, 4 seconds. If it were to crit, that's 2 destroys. So maybe you just put some crit investment into that and just make a crit on the first shot. Ice bomb would go first, firebomb would go first. If you played joystick parts picker, it would go first. So that's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5, 6. 6 seconds, burn 600. I think that should be fine. And then you can also like do destroy stuff like right after. Huh. And it's actually 700, right? Because I got the burn increased. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be fine just because it goes so fast now, right? I don't know. Maybe like super late game, it's gonna struggle now because it was basically just a one-shot item. You know, this takes not even 8 seconds because you're probably hasting it, and then it just does like 2 billion burn, and the opponent dies in 1 tick. We'll see. Oblivion Cannon. When an item is destroyed, this gains 200, 400 damage for the fight instead of the weird cooldown stuff. 50, 70 times, 75 times the destroyed item's cooldown. It's interesting. I don't know. I think Oblivion Cannon, if you're playing it correctly, just destroys the opponent's board, and it doesn't matter that it's gaining damage. Who cares? Like, you just play like the workshop board with relay drone, and you just charge the fuck out of this, and that's how you win. Oxygen mask, shield to 20 was 10, 20, 30, 40. When you use another tool or vehicle, this gains 5, 10, 15, 20 shield for the fight, instead of when you shield, gain regen. Okay, so the infinite with Farmer's Market, shielded Farmer's Market, is now dead. Unfortunate, understandable though. Is this good? I guess you play it with Ball Blaster. You know, with Ball Blaster, this sounds alright. 10 shield every time you use an item. And it's a 5-second item, I believe. Yeah, it sounds alright, I guess. Parts picker, okay, so it's got nerfed. Cooldown to 10, 8 seconds was 8-7. When it destroys an item, reduce the cooldowns of your other items by 1 second for the fight. So it's a bit slower now, but it's probably a bit better at gold. Gold parts picker felt pretty terrible at 8 seconds and only 0.5. But this sounds alright. Alright. Pressure heater, cooldown to 6 seconds was 5 seconds when you use another tool or charges 2. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's definitely just better. And it's easier to infinite too now with God, what the fuck is it called? Steam washer. The when you use a tool, or sorry, when you use a vehicle charges 2. You play that with workshop, and then you turn that into when you use a tool charge a vehicle. That thing is charging it for 2. When this goes, it charges it for 2. Cool. Recycler bot now also shields for 20. I believe this is the bronze one. It is, yeah. World's most nothing change, I guess. Red Lantern is now silver. Repair drone now cooldown is 4 seconds instead of 3, so it's a bit harder to... No. You can't quite loop Firebomb with it cleanly now. But it's probably still fine. I don't know. Might be a bit harder. Like, I want to play like Bomb Voyage Repair Drone sometime. I wonder if this made it a little bit worse, because now you probably also have to be hasting Repair Drone to get that clean like every 2 seconds do destroy. It's probably fine though. Security drone cooldown to 8. Okay, reworked. Shield to 20, 40, 60, 80 was 25, 50, 75, 100. So a bit worse at all tiers. Okay. Enemy uses an item, charges 1 second while this is flying, reduces its cooldown by 2. What? What the fuck is this change? I guess it doesn't have to be flying anymore, but you obviously want it flying because then it's an 8-second item. If not, it's an 8-second item rather. And the shield got... Were people fucking with security drone and I just didn't know? Huh. Maybe. It looks like okay. I guess you play it with like scrapyard and you scale the shield. If you hit like an early like left or right plus shield, I guess it's alright. I don't know. I did not fuck with this item at all. It's weird to see it nerfed. I guess no. Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway. Sky Anchor. Damage to 75, 150, 300. What was the original? Please tell me. Okay, original numbers were 50, 100, 150. So double damage at diamond. And I think this item is honestly pretty strong early. If you can... I think it fell off a little bit if you didn't see a early like silver upgrade to take it to gold, but now you don't really need that. You just play this and then like fire hose and it should just annihilate people. Like, what if lightning rod had base damage? Obviously worse than lightning rod if you can get that base damage, but it does just hit for quite a bit. Space Laser gains ray type. I don't like this, honestly. I get it's funny, haha, it's like a laser, so it's a ray. But like, it doesn't have ray in the fucking word. I thought that was like the whole bit. That's why a loser ray is a ray. That's why a shark ray is a ray. I guess because they're also like Ray the animal. Maybe. Lame. I don't know. It's like the world's most nothing change, but it upsets me. Anyway, Stelle's Workshop. When you use a tool, charge 1, 2 vehicles, 1. Okay, so it's a bit... I bet a lot of the infinites was this thing I kind of dead then. Yeah. Because that The main way you made this go infinite is the reduced cooldown, and then also the fact that it's charging 2. So you could play like 2-second items with it. You could play 4-second items with multicast. All right, well, I guess they're all kind of gone. I don't know. Maybe you just played 2, right? You could play like angle grinder, and also I don't know. Maybe you're playing tugboat because it's a vehicle, right? And then you play that with pressure heater and then steam washer, right? Maybe that's a build, maybe because you're charging tugboat, and then you're charging pressure heater, pressure washer, whatever the fuck it's called. And this is scaling burnt. Maybe that's an idea. I don't know. Maybe. Targeting drone. Haste the item to the left of those 2 seconds. The item gains 3, 6, 9, 12% crit for the fight. Yeah, this item was nuts. This was like an always buy, and it's a bit better at bronze now, which is kind of nice. The crit got a lot worse, but honestly, that's pretty fair. I don't know why this thing was also giving crit when it's literally just like coffee, and I don't know. I feel it's also like levitation pad. I guess levitation pad does flight. But yeah, I don't know. It was an always pick item. I think it's still an always pick item. Big one. Cooldown to 14 was 14-12. Sure. I don't know who was manually using big one, but there you go. This is destroy a deal damage equal to 20-30% of your enemy's max health instead of 40-50. So big nerf to big one. You can no longer just one-shot people with this if you hit obsidian or shiny. That's a little sad. I don't know. I guess it's still fine. Oh, and lava roller board, by the way, I said that it was doing like 6 seconds burn 800. It'd actually be 900 because lava roller itself destroys something. And then also you have, of course, you could put a big one next to it. I think lava roller is going to be fine, basically. I think this item is probably still okay, but it's not like the insane, like, just 2-cycle this thing to kill the enemy with a repair drone, right? All right, and then vortex cannon is now 5 seconds, was 4 seconds, fair enough. It was a really good item. Vanessa. Bilge worm? Maybe I'm saying that right. Renamed from hate leech. Oh man. Too bad. Gain the aquatic and weapon type. Oh, okay, it's just fully reworked then. I mean, it says right there though. Enemy uses their leftmost item deal 10, 20, 30, 40 damage. Okay. Get fucked, Dooley. Playing your fiber optics printer, I suppose. Huh. Weird. And it does lifesteal too. That's a weird ass item. It sounds like it's just, yeah, it's full like passive item. So it's not like you can scale with swashbuckle. This is a weird item. How do you scale this? I guess you just play like figurehead and hope that your opponent plays a fast item on their leftmost slot. Weird. And I have seen some Karnak stuff is related to like using your leftmost item or something like that, or only having one actual item. Anyway, bladed hoverboard damage to 20, 40, 60 was 30, 50, 80. So slight nerf to all damage. Fair enough. Boulder gains trap type. Butterfly swords is now 6 seconds instead of 7, 6, 5. I like this change. I still think this item still suffers from the fact that it's like useless at silver and then, pretty good at diamond. No one wants to buy silver butterfly swords, but I guess it is just kind of a holiday if you squint at silver now. 6 seconds, hit twice. Okay. Calico, cooldown to 6 was 7. Sorry, I'll stop. No longer deals double crit damage though. I feel nothing for this. I didn't play Calico anyway, but why? Maybe Calico was OP and I just didn't know. Cannonball, rebuffed. Holy moly, it's no longer like useless. Adjacent items have 2, 3, 4 max ammo instead of 1, 2, 3. So it's just +1, but I think it doesn't matter. Clamor starts at silver, cooldown to 7, 6, 5 instead of 7, 6, 5, 4. So 1 second cooldown nerf. And then the first 2, 3, 4 times your enemy uses an item each fight, use this. Okay. So it no longer does start a fight, right? But it's going potentially 4 times very quickly for good slow. It's not terrible. Definitely the start of fire hurts it a lot though. Like the entire reason people played Clamora was the fact that it did start a fight. But I think kind of necessary. I was really sick of just walking into every Vanessa fight and then like not even a second pass and their whole board is hasted, my entire board is slowed, and I'm dead. That kind of sucked. Concealed Dagger starts with bronze tier, cooldown to 4 seconds, deal 10, 20, 30, 40 damage. Haste an item for 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. When you start each fight with this, gain 1 gold. Alright, cool little passive item. It's not as annoying to greed out. They didn't change memory card though, did they? Alright, well that item is still a thing. Don't worry, we've still got all the annoying econ items you could ever want. Coral is now 5 seconds with 6. This is the when you buy an aquatic, the scales heal. It's alright. Crow's Nest. If you only have one weapon, it has lifesteal and is affected by slow for half as long. Ooh, that's kind of cool. A little less punishing to like the low. I don't know. Does it really? I feel like good slow boards don't care about this. I'm gonna be honest. I guess like I don't know. I feel like good slow boards just apply a bunch of slow anyway, so like the half doesn't matter. That's been my experience with half rating on a lot of stuff. I think I'd care about this more if it was also freeze. But I don't know, it sounds okay. If you're playing like, you know, not just one item, right? Maybe it helps if you have like, you know, 5 other smalls doing whatever. Then they get slowed and this, you know, eats an occasional slow, but it doesn't matter as much. It's alright. Cyber Sight starts at silver tier, deal 10, 20, 30 damage. When you crit, a weapon gains 5, 10, 15% crit chance for the fight. When a weapon's crit chance increases, it gains 5, 10, 15 damage. Whoa. Huh. That's a really cool. I like this rework. That's a fun item. Okay. It's still a 3-second, so that's not bad either. It looks like it got moved to silver though. Oh yeah. Never mind. They literally say it there. Been reading patch notes for too long, man. But you play this with like static spell. Sounds kind of cool. What else? Oh, there's also just like that one skill. It's like when you use an item, all of your items get crit chance. Yeah, building crescendo is the one I'm thinking of. But also like flashy pilot with like a submersible maybe. Kind of cool. Hone strike. You can use any weapon, gain damage. There's a couple cool ones in here. And then of course, you know, the burn, poison, when you haste, when you freeze, etc. Use a tool, items adjacent to a gain crit. You play this with like a dive weights next to like narwhal, some other aquatic item weapon. Parting shot when you use an item with ammo, it gains crit. This sounds really, really cool. I like new Cyber Sight. That's fun. Diving helmet redesign starts at gold tier, cooldown to 8. Shield to 5100, charge adjacent items 1-2 seconds. Use another aquatic item charge 2 seconds. Sorry, 1-2 seconds. Adjacent items are aquatic in combat. Okay, so no longer does the defensive stuff, but pretty good charge. I guess you play this with depth charge, right? Because you're playing a whole board of aquatics anyway. Oh, and then also, oh, never mind. It's another aquatic item. I was gonna say this could self-charge, but no, that doesn't work. Still though, you use depth charge. That's probably like a full use of diving helmet or so. And then it's another 4 charge back into depth charge and it starts again pretty quick. It sounds pretty good. I like new diving helmet, that's fun. Elemental depth charge was talking about you. Gains trap type. Fishing net. Start of each day, get a small aquatic or loot item from any hero instead of piranha. I'm a little sad about this change because of what they changed piranha into. You'll see in a second. No, full piranha board is still possible though if you just buy a lot of chum, I guess. But we'll get to that in a second. Flame signal renamed to bonfire. Yeah, I think that's just what everyone called it anyway. Holster starts at silver tier. First time you use an item each fight, haste all your small items 1, 2, 3 seconds. So again, I think they have just kind of killed every start of fight effect, right? Like I wonder, I kind of want to like look ahead real quick. Did Icicle get changed? Icicle didn't get changed, so I guess Icicle still exists, right? That's something. Yeah, like Hydrogen Tank got changed. Was there any others that are like start of fight? I guess it's mainly like those 3. I don't know. It sounds like an okay item you play with Trebuchet maybe. Also, it's just like good haste. You have, I don't know, what's Vanessa's fastest item? It's 3 seconds through like narwhal or something, right? There's like revolver, also 3 seconds. So you're looking at 3 seconds and then you do the haste. Although I guess this is just the first time you use an item, not just a small. So you could do katana for 2 seconds into the fight then. Anyway, honing steel, 3 seconds. Your leftmost and rightmost weapons gain. Ooh, wait, this is really cool. I like this change because I bet it double, like it double stacks, right? So this is like 3 seconds plus 40 potentially on like a flagship or, you know, Crow's Nest katana. Is it back? Maybe. It'd be kind of fun. All right, I like that change a lot. That's cool. Also, it's a lot less annoying for like adjacency stuff. You just chuck this wherever you want it. Ice pick is now 4 seconds. Sure. Iceberg is now diamond tier only. Enemy uses an item, freeze it for 1 second instead of 0.5, 1 second. Cool. Fair enough. And then Illusory lost cooldown again. This is the second one in a row. Whoa. The year is 2077. Illusory is now a 1 second item. Whoa. I don't know. It sounds okay for like Tortuga stuff and slow boards. Javelin, I saw this one already. This is really cool. They finally did it. They made Javelin like cool mechanically and flavor. This is 4 seconds cooldown. Deal 50, 100, and 150 damage. When you crit with this, haste your other items for 2 seconds. When this is reloaded, this gains 50% crit chance. I'm still unsure if this thing can be reloaded at full ammo, but like 2 reloads in, you're already at 100% crit, and then it's a 4 second haste everything for 2. Like a weird water wheel sort of effect. It sounds pretty cool. I like this a lot. It's fun. I don't know if it'll, I don't know. If you can't reload it while it's at full ammo, I guess it's not going to be that crazy, but I don't know. Sounds all right. I think my only issue with this item now is that I kind of wish its upgrades like did something more. Like I don't care about this. I don't know. I guess it does 300 on the 4. Maybe that's something. If it's critting, right? Kusarigama? Yeah. Damage and scaling re-nerfed to 4, 8, 12. Fair enough. Life Preserver. The first time you defeated each fight, heal 200, 500, 1000, 2000. Was 200, 600, 1200, 2000. So slight nerf at silver and gold. Alright. Orange Julian redesigned. Your weapons gain damage equal to half the gold you've gained this run. So also similar to the pig items, you can actually like pivot into Julian now without just seeing it on day 3. Very, very cool. Piranha, yeah. This is why they had to change fishing net. Starts at bronze tier, cooldown to 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds. Was just 6 seconds base. Deal 20 damage instead of 6, 12, 18, 24. Base 20% crit chance has been removed. I think they still deal double crit damage though. It doesn't say anything about that. Oh wait, never mind. It says it literally right there. When you use another friend or food, charge this 1 second instead of the double crit damage. So it goes pretty fast if you use like Chum, and then I don't know, does she have any other food? No. But then also, you know, your friends for like Tortuga. And also, if you were able to get 5 piranhas all at diamond, they would just infinite. So that's kind of fun. I'm gonna be chasing that one for a while, I suppose. You just buy a bunch of Chum is the idea, right? And then they also all have to be diamond though. I don't think it's gonna be super viable, but it's fun. I like the flavor of it more than the just random crit you for like a billion. Pistol Sword got a slight damage nerf. It's now 1530 instead of 2432. I don't think this matters at all, but sure. Robo now requires 7 types, was 5. Ooh, that hurts a lot. I can't really like visualize how much this matters. But I wonder if stuff like anchor boards, boulder boards are going to have enough types. I guess boulder got trap. Well, eventually it's getting trap type. What else does this matter into? Depth charge, also getting traps. So I guess that helps a little bit. Still need one more type, I guess. I don't know. This is one I'm going to have to wait to see. But I bet it affects quite a bit. Scimitar of the Deep, damage to 20 instead of 20, 40, 60. When you crit, poison equal to half this item's damage was 20%. Cool. When this is hasted, your poison item gain 3, 6, 9 poison instead of 2, 4, 6. So a bit better for the pufferfish setup too. That I think I ran one time and then I've never seen anyone else run. So maybe it's not that good. All right, Sea Dog Saloon now starts at silver. Cooldown to 6, 4, 5 was okay. So it just starts at silver at 6 seconds. I think this is pretty good, honestly. I think Sea Dog's main issue is that late game everything is just kind of charge looping anyway, so who cares about how much slow you're applying unless you can use it all that well. But this thing is kind of disgusting at applying slow. I guess the issue is maybe like, what are you? No, okay, you just play like pufferfish. No, I think this thing's gonna be pretty good early. I like this a lot. All right, Sexton, when you haste, an item gains 5% crit chance for the fight instead of adjacent items have crit chance. It still looks like it has the when you crit haste, so I guess that just kind of like stacks onto itself. You can play this with swashbuckle, maybe. It's kind of interesting. Is it? I don't know, 5% crit per crit. It sounds okay for that. Shark Claws now affects itself. Okay. I don't know why it ever stopped affecting itself anyway. Shark Ray. This is a weird change. Starts at silver tier, redesign, cooldown to 6, damage to 20. When you haste a friend, your friends gain 5, 10, 15 damage, and 1, 2, 3 poison. I don't get it. I guess you're playing this with Sea Dog Saloon. You play like Sea Dog Saloon, Shark Ray, Pufferfish, and then like 2 other friends, maybe? I don't know. I think this is also like, I don't know. It feels like bad flavor. You know, it's a shark. Why are you helping your friends? Go eat them. I don't know. Maybe Shark Ray is a peaceful creature and friends are not food. Maybe. It's a little weird to me. All right. Swashbuckle crit bonus to 15, 30% to 25, 50. Fair enough, I guess. Spyglass. When you slow an item gains 10% crit. Kind of cool. You can play that with and it still has the like start of fight apply +3 or 6 seconds of cooldown to a random item. But you play this with like Angler, you can probably get to pretty high crits. Is there any like swashbuckle setups for this? When you slow, maybe. Oh, you could play like Eels swashbuckle. Is that anything? Maybe not. Maybe. Anyway, submarine deals 60, 120, 240. This is your only weapons affected by freeze and slow for half as long. That's pretty cool. Oh, okay. So you can play submarine crow's nest and you're immune to slow and half affected by freeze. That's really interesting. This is a cool flavor, right? I like that. All right. Submersible redesign, cooldown to 5 seconds. What? Wasn't it already 5? They keep tripping me up, man. I'm like, what, wasn't it already like this? Yeah, it's already like that. What do you mean? Anyway, your leftmost and rightmost aquatic weapon and shield items gain 10, 20, 30 damage and 10, 20, 30 shield. Given another vehicle or large items cooldown is reduced by 2. So you could play this with submarine, but I guess you'd maybe actually just want to play this by itself, right? So all the scaling goes to it. I don't know. I guess it's not that bad to also put into the submarine. This is like, what, 3 seconds, give yourself +60. It's all right. I guess it's not very good late game. Kind of cool early though, for like +20 every 3. But like what large? I guess crow's nest, right? I don't know. Weird change. Maybe it'll be cool though. Tripwire gains the trap type. Fair. Turtle shell starts at gold tier. Okay. Probably a buff to Vanessa. Who the fuck was playing turtle shell? I mean, I think it's okay with like a pearl, but I feel like there's usually just better to be doing. Anyway, shield to 2040 was 25 shield items gained 2040 shield. So maybe you can play a shield build now with turtle shell because I feel like this item fell off too. I don't know. It was pretty good early if you found it with like a pearl. I think that was all right. That was about it. Skills. We are reducing max health scaling and standardizing some numbers. Okay. Arms dealer is now 10, 20. So arms dealer got nerfed by 10. Backrooms dealing got nerfed by, sorry. So backrooms dealing is when you, when you visit a merchant, gain HP, and then that's also the same as arms dealer. Weird. Bloodhound got nerfed by 1. Bloodthirst, what the fuck is that? Oh, this is the lifesteal weapons at plus damage. That is now just 10, 20, 30, 40. Let's see. Brawler, max health is now 50, 100, 150. This is the plus damage. Sorry, plus HP for each weapon. Cherished Keepsake. What the fuck are you talking about? What? What is that? Oh, okay. I just didn't know the name of this one. Leftmost item is a relic, and this is for Mac. Disabled, superseded by special exhibit. What? Okay. Return later in a different form. I think there's a new skill then. Special exhibit. Oh yeah, here it is. Now spawns on Mac, was only on Dooley. Redesign. Your leftmost item is a relic and has its cooldown reduced by 36%. Okay, so that's why. Cool. Good to know. Creeping Chill now spawns on Stelle. This is the when you slow freeze. Good change. Stelle previously had a whole 6 slow skills, so you could always hit whatever you wanted. And there was one that was like when you slow haste a vehicle, very good for pill buggy. And then you could also, of course, hit when you slow gain damage for lightning rod. So now it's a little bit of a gamble unless they added more slow skills to Stelle. Now instead of seeing 6 out of 6 skills, you're going to see 6 out of 7. Deadly Waters, same thing, 10, 20, 30 damage instead of what it was before. Endurance, heal 369 was 5, 10, 15. This is when you use a weapon, add heal. Arm to table. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's this skill. I just never click it, which is max health for each tool you have is now also 50, 100, 150. Oh, I skipped over expert pilot. Sorry. Damage is now 10, 20, 30, 40 was this. I don't know. These are a little weird to me, I'm not gonna lie. Because like Deadly Waters, I feel like should just be better than your normal strength skill, but it's not. Hold on, did strength get changed? Is that it? Oh, okay, strength got nerfed. Okay. I was a little confused, but now it makes a little bit more sense. That's fair. Alright. First responder. God, I gotta like check up on all these skills I don't know the name of. Oh, this is the leftmost plus heal. Okay, so it's now heal 20, 30, 20, 40, 60, 80 instead of 20, 35, 50, 65, sure. Follow-up care, I think this is also one of those. I think it's the rightmost one instead. Hardened Shield redesigned. Shield items have... Okay, so this was the when your enemy uses a weapon, your shield items gain shield. And now it is your shield items have plus shield for each weapon your enemy has. Okay. Healthy Hoarder. This is the plus HP for each non-weapon you have. It's now 50, 100, 150. There. Heat Shield now spawns on Dooley, Jules, and Stelle. Burn items have plus 2, 3, 4 burn for each shield item you have. Okay. Who uses this the best? Probably Jules, right? She has a lot of shield items that also do burn. Although, does she? She has stew. Dooley has like what? Welding helmet? Oh, induction Aegis. Think about it. I don't know if this really does a whole lot for Stelle, honestly, but I think Dooley and Jules will like this skill. I would eat that. Redesign your leftmost item as a food and have its cooldown reduced by 36%. Cool. Ice Bullet, correct an issue where this only worked on weapons, so now it works on everything. That's actually cool for depth charge. Now depth charge just reloads itself. Cool. Ice Smasher, new. Leftmost item is affected by freeze for half as long as exactly one weapon. All your items are affected by freeze for half as long. That's cool. That's really neat. And this is also a way that like submarine could be fully immune to freeze. Interesting. Inexorable bonus to 2, 3, 4% of 2, 4, 6%. I don't know. It matters a little bit if you high rolled like a gold inexorable early. But I think it's still a really good skill and that doesn't change a whole lot about it. Iron sharpens iron nerf. I guess it's fair. It was really good on Pig with like a ladle. That was about it though. I think it's kind of ass now. I'm not gonna lie. This looks terrible. Buying my weapon to scale my leftmost weapon by 1 damage. No, I'm not doing that. I guess it starts at a higher value, so no man, no. Anyway, it's a drone redesign. Leftmost item is a drone, has a cooldown reduced. So also importantly, these skills are now showing up at gold. So you can get leftmost item as a food like way more often. That's kind of fun. There's some cool stuff to do with that. Let's see. Like Clockwork, similar thing. Leftmost item is tech and has cooldown. Lifting, disabled dissimilarity. Okay. I feel like they should have just disabled iron sharpens iron. I don't know. Makeshift plate. back on Jules. Oh, but it's different now. Okay. This was the one that's when you use a non-shield item, scale your shield items. It is now your shield items have plus 10, 20, 30 shield for each tool you have. Sounds okay on Jules and Dooley. Stelle, maybe. Master Diver, same thing. Leftmost item is aquatic and has the cooldown. Pack Infiltrator, same thing, but dinosaur. Primal Rage, renamed to Primal Energy. And this one's only, what? Oh, I guess because this one is the one that adds the tag. This is leftmost weapon is a relic. And then the damage now 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, protein powder. This is the, each time you buy a food, gain max HP. Same scaling as everything else. They're just standardizing it all. Pure Imagination is the toy one with cooldown. Cool. Now shows up at gold. You can probably make some cool shit with this on Pig with like Pickles board nonsense. That would be fun. Sharp Corners. When you use a shield, so I guess it's only on active items now. You can't play like duct tape and scale or like what am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? Sponsored apparel and Sharp Corners is kind of cool. Sharpshooter, new skill. Leftmost and rightmost item have 10% crit chance if you only have one weapon as double crit damage. There's a lot of one weapon stuff in here. She might be back, man. One weapon Vanessa, get real. Shatter is now 5, 10, 15 damage. It was 15, 20. So it shows up at silver. So it's... Oh, they didn't change freezer, did they? Hold on, I gotta go double check. maybe I somehow missed it. No, they didn't change freezer. Alright, well. Jules will continue doing what she does best, which is just forcing freezer every game. The only way she's keeping her win rate up. Good stuff. Yeah, this is a lot more forcible, because if you see the freeze vendor, the issue was like Shatter was a gold only skill, so sometimes you would miss it just off rarity. But no, you're probably gonna see it now quite a bit. You can also go to weapon vendor and find Shatter now. That sounds silly. All right, slow burn also is on Stelle. Okay, so it's an 8. It's a 6 out of 8 slow skills now. And this is when you slow charge a burn item, which is actually really good for lava roller. So maybe we'll see a bit of that. Special exhibit I already talked about. Staying power. What did staying power even do? Oh, this is the when you use a weapon or tool plus heal, but that, you know, has similarity with endurance. Strength was nerfed by 5 at each tier. Left-handed was nerfed by 10 at each tier. Strong arm is damage equal to 1, 2, 3 times income instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. So it starts at silver now. Okay. Stop that now slows all items. Very cool. Huh. That's not bad for slow procs. Maybe it could help you like finish out a fight if you're getting low. All items for 3. It's kind of good. What the fuck? It's kind of a real skill. Streamline weapon now spawns for Dooley and Jules. Is only Vanessa's. This is when you haste a weapon, it gains damage. Titanium casing. Oh, this is when you use the core plus shield. So worse at diamond, but you could play this early with like duct tape and stuff. It's probably not too bad. Yeah. Toughness nerfed. Frontal and rear shielding nerfed. Okay. And then toxicity. This is each time you poison, they gain damage. It got nerfed to 246 instead of 369. So a lot of like skill nerfs, and it makes me a little worried about weapons Vanessa because I feel like she was really reliant on getting good damage skills. Who else does this affect? Not really anyone else, I think. I think Vanessa takes the most here. I guess like Pig max HP scaling got a little bit worse with the HP changes. Jules is fucking loving this. If you're the type of Jules player who loves just forcing freezer every game, there you go. All right, well, cool patch. A couple of weird ones. I still don't get the subway change, and I don't know if I really fuck with new Shark Ray. Those are the only two that really stand out to me. As like, I don't know why that happened. I really don't get the giant sub change. What's the point? Whatever. Let's move on already. Anyway, cool stuff. Mono weapon builds seem to be making a return. I guess Vanessa will have that going for her, right? Yeah, that's really good. One crow's nest, cutlass, cloak. We're so back. Maybe they're trying to get Northern Lion to return to the game. And then of course there's a new hero, and he has a lot of other stuff going for him. But I'm glad to see that there's like actual like cool changes to all the other heroes. I think the only thing, like, I don't know, Mac, I think I didn't really get anything too exciting. But everyone else got some cool shit I really want to play around with. So that's fun. Good patch. Alright. Well, I guess that's all for this video. I will be live tonight, about like 3 hours from when this video is posted, playing the new hero. And I don't know, usually on new hero release, it's all I play. I kind of want to play some Vanessa and do one weapon bullshit. We'll see. Yeah, that should be fun. Come hang out. All right, cool patch. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. If you want to help me out, consider leaving like, helps with algorithm stuff. See ya.